You should totally like and subscribe.
Shut up!
Smosh, a sketch comedy YouTube channel that was started back in 2005 and existed as a website before that, is one of my favorite YouTube channels of all time. Smosh isn't a small YouTube channel by any means. They were the most subscribed to YouTube channel multiple times, and they made 2 movies. They're still on the grind too, uploading weekly videos across their 4 channels: Smosh, Smosh Games, Smosh Pit, and Smosh Cast. Hi, I'm Jack, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Smosh lore, recent iconic Smosh moments, my experience watching some of Smosh's live shows, and explaining why I think Smosh is at its peak. Smosh was started by 2 besties from Sacramento, California, Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla. Ian was a cross-country runner with a bowl cut, and Anthony was a not-yet-emo tech wizard who was responsible for making Smosh the website. At first, Smosh was just this place where Ian and Anthony could be silly little guys with their friends. But it grew to something much larger, with some people posting stuff from the website onto YouTube. Noticing that people on YouTube were interested in them, Ian and Anthony posted their first video on the Smosh YouTube channel, which was them lip-syncing to the Pokemon theme song. Shortly after, they moved to sketch comedy and got approached by, this is gonna be hard to say, Defy Media, where they sold Smosh for what was essentially for free. During this era, new cast members were introduced, the OG Smosh squad along with some Smosh Games people. With all this change, more content came with it, such as Smosh Summer Games, Smosh Magazines, Smosh Animated Series, and the iconic Smosh movies. In 2017, Anthony left Smosh, and Defy Media got shut down, spiraling Smosh into chaos. There have been numerous times where the cast members have talked about how after the shutdown, they trashed Defy Media and things got kinda crazy. One of the craziest things being that someone who worked at Smosh was getting down and dirty with someone else on a beanbag chair. There was a period of time where Smosh was struggling to find the next step to go in, and Ian had low-key became depressed. But another iconic duo, Rhett and Link, aka Trevor's dads, saved Smosh and made them a part of their company, Mythical. 2018 or 2019 was around the time where I started getting into Smosh, and I got into them after seeing their Try Not to Laugh with the Try Guys. During that time, they were doing okay. Smosh Pit and Smosh Games had solidified their identities, but Smosh Main was still struggling. Years passed and Smosh continued to make content. We now skip to 2022. After 6 years of Where's Anthony jokes, Anthony comes back. Before this event, I had sort of taken a break from watching Smosh, but had continued to watch Anthony's videos on his channel. So this was insane. We had seen the OG Smosh era. We had seen the Defy era. We had seen the Mythical era. But with Anthony coming back and Smosh having complete ownership of themselves, a new era arose. An era that Smosh fans deemed the golden era. The lineup for this era of Smosh would be Ian Hecox, Anthony Padilla, Shane Top, Courtney Miller, Olivia Sway, Keith Leak Jr., Noah Grossman, Damian Hawes, Amanda Lehan Canto, I already know I'm about to say this wrong, Angela Giarratana, Chance McCrary, Tommy Bowe, and Spencer Agnew. Okay, so I'm recording this while editing, and I am very much aware that the audio might sound crunchy, but the literal audacity I had to not name Trevor and Arasha is actually crazy. So I'm just gonna show them, like, post some photos of them right now. And yeah, they are also members. Sorry for forgetting. They also have a bunch of other employees who have showed up on Smosh in some way or another, and some people from earlier eras of Smosh come back every now and again to appear in videos as well. And done! Our storybook of Smosh lore is over, and now to talk about recent iconic Smosh moments. There have been a lot of iconic moments, and some moments I list off here might not be the same as ones you think are iconic. So feel free to leave your favorite moments in the comments. I'm going to start off with an insane one. Shane and Courtney getting married. So on April 1st of this year, Shane and Courtney posted photos of them kissing and both of them wearing some marriage attire. Smosh fans went crazy. They had been shipping these two together for literal years. But were they actually married? There were people speculating that this was just a joke. There were people saying that it was real, and there were people who were just extremely confused. It only took a while before everything was confirmed that they were married, but that week or so where Smosh fans, including myself, were driving themselves insane trying to figure out what was real and what was not, was truly something I will never forget. The next thing I want to talk about is Five Nights at Freddy's. This all started when Shane and Spencer pulled a prank on Amanda, saying that the story of Five Nights at Freddy's was real. Shane and Amanda then went on to play every single FNAF game, and Courtney made it clear to the world that she freaking loves Five Nights at Freddy's. This also ties into something I also think is extremely iconic, which is Amanda being chronically offline. It started with her not knowing about Harambe, but there have been countless other moments, like her not knowing how to whip or nay, her not knowing Fortnite, and her suffering to explain Gen Z and Gen Alpha lingo on Anthony's channel. Another iconic thing is all of the new characters we've been getting, like Gerald Cakes, Jerry Spruce from the Spud Hut, Detective Where's My Coffee, the TNTL Bystander, and Fred Darts. Like, that "did somebody say meatloaf" moment with Spencer is ingrained into my brain.
Did somebody say meatloaf? It's too bad that doesn't count. You straight up just actually threw a bullseye. It's just one of those days.
All the gentleman stuff has been so funny, and the cast absolutely kills it in these videos. The Mori Game and Love is Blind videos are also extremely funny. The overall chaoticness of it all is hilarious to me, and this birthed the man himself, Straight Chance. There are probably a bunch of ones I'm forgetting, but those are ones that just come to mind. Okay, now let's talk about the live shows. Smosh did 2 live shows this year, and I was able to watch both. The first was the Anthony's Funeral live roast. Smosh hyped this one up a lot. And I mean, why would they not? It was going to be the last ever funeral roast, and it was going to be the first huge event Anthony was going to be a part of since joining Smosh again. This live show was alright in my opinion. The actual event felt sort of underwhelming, and the only part that I really liked was the Smosh the Musical bit that Chance, Angela, and Keith did. The set and costuming was amazing, but I felt like the actual roasts were just okay. Smosh the musical, however, was more of what I wanted from Anthony's funeral. It was random and chaotic, while continuing to have some structure to it and featuring the entire Smosh cast. The "I'll step in for you" concept, where every character is played by multiple people, was genius, and overall I found myself laughing a lot more from this live show than the first one. After watching the Smosh the sitcom live, I wrote a list of some of my favorite moments, and I'm just gonna read it out with zero context. How funny it was. Shane and Spencer kiss? The weed segment. The amount of Drake aka BBL Drizzy in the stream. The Amanda and Olivia kiss. The roast at the end. The Mac Does It appearance. The submissive and breedable music playing. How the lesson of the show was not to do drugs. The Sid appearance. And the funny commercials and TNTL bystander. So, at the beginning of the video, I said I would explain why I think Smosh is at its peak. And the answer is quite simple. The people. I know what you might be saying. Jack, that's such a cop-out response. But, yeah, I really do think that Smosh would not be where it is right now without the people working on it. And I don't mean just the cast. I mean everyone working in Smosh. Over the past couple of years, Smosh has introduced us to a bunch of their crew as well, and they are just as good personalities as the cast. Something that Anthony has said multiple times since joining back is that Smosh, in its current state, just feels like a family. The cast and crew overall have great relationships with each other, and that shows through the screen. Each project that Smosh does feels like it was just made with so much care. I mean, if we didn't have the current people working at Smosh, we wouldn't have stuff like Sword AF. We wouldn't have as much board game stuff on Smosh Games, and we wouldn't have shows like Bit City. The motto of Smosh has always been, friendship always wins. It started with besties just having fun together, and it continues to be besties having fun together. At the time of writing the script, Bit City has only released one episode, and during the live stream for the build-up for the show, Tommy said that we might be entering the platinum era of Smosh, and he could not be any more right for that. I thought the first episode for Bit City was pretty good, and I think Tommy absolutely killed it, and Angela and Chance are perfect as the hosts of the show. Don't click off of the video just yet, guys. I have an additional bonus segment that I just thought of while recording this video. So sometimes while I watch Smosh videos, when they do like competition stuff, either TNTLs or Beppardies, I will note down and compare if my results are better or, worse than the Smosh cast. And I just thought it would be kind of cool to share that, to see if I am better than the members at Smosh. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And also, if you made it this far into the video, please comment down, let her know Damian, because I just want to know if you guys have made it this far. Yeah, on to the segment.
No.
Damian.
Damian. Whoa.
Damian.
Where is this coming from?
It's very much like
The
a.
vault.
The vault.
It's like a voguing song, like let her know, Damian. Let her know, Damian.
One person is a Damian and another person is a Damian. A Damian and a Damian. And a Damian and a Damian.
No, okay.
This video is so
Guys.
scary. Okay.
This first note is just titled, Am I Chosen? And it's from the Chosen Beppardy video. points that I got were 50, 150, another 150, another 150, and 200, which altogether equals 700 points. And then under the math that I did, I'm guessing are the things that I guessed or got right. The guy who made Mario, the guy who made Dragon Ball, Stan Lee, George Lucas, and the guy who made Lord of the Rings. This one is a pretty recent one, and it's titled Try Not to Laugh Smosh Mouth with Dames and Arash. I laughed a total of 20 times, and under the point checker that I had, I wrote some comments that I'm going to read out. Why is Damien so funny? Does that say Dilf hit me like a freight train? My fourth laugh was the November 4th joke. Coincidence? I think not. Pepper got me, dude. I was not expecting that comeback. The Smosh cast canonically lives in the Smosh office. Bottle of Moist made me laugh. The Japanese SpongeBob caught me so off guard, and I started laughing so hard to the point my face turned red. The Shane grunts of pain made me laugh. The audio of Shane saying Pepper also got me. That Mama Bird joke from Shane was unexpected, but so funny, dude. That RFK impression cracked me up. I didn't even know who the frick that was until I looked it up, but the voice alone was so funny. Through the end, I just stopped understanding what Shane and Damien were talking about, cause they were just saying nonsense to make each other laugh. That Jimmy Fallon joke almost got me. For dual shittery made me laugh. I swore I had made more notes like this, because I remember making notes for the other Try Not to Laugh Smosh Mouth videos, but I also did wipe out a lot of notes that I had before recording this like a week ago, so they probably were deleted when I was getting rid of all that stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little segment of the video. In conclusion, Smosh is one of my favorite YouTube channels of all time. There is something so comforting about this company. They for real be releasing some of my favorite content on YouTube. I try to be as caught up with videos and live streams as much as possible. Every time they upload something new to one of their channels, I watch it almost immediately. I just love Smosh in general, have been watching for a pretty long time, and overall get the sense of comfort when watching them. Thank you for watching this video and allowing me to just yap for however long this upload is. Like, subscribe, share this with people you know, check out my music if you want to, follow me on Insta at NotThatJackOfficial, and I'll see you all whenever. Bye bye! Yeah. Having difficulty with someone I thought loved me. Having difficulty with someone I know is cheating. Having difficulty with someone I know whose heart is divided. Now I'm confiding in addiction to save myself from sinking back into my own sorrow. But what do I know? According to you, I know nothing. But let me tell you something.